Hello everyone, my name is Nicktism, and today we're gonna catch a murderer in Danganronpa. Havoc. Onto trial grounds. Yo! You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet! Save that for the class trial! There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. Dude! Not cool! We were buddies! You called me professor! What happened to that towel anyway? So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Yes, and it's... Anyways, let's move on.
Is everyone here? Okay.
Also, I picked the wrong time to get the water, because this section is going to be mostly voice acted, so... Yeah. But it does make my throat feel a bit better, so that's nice.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom,
There, you'll be able to decide that Makoto's guilty.
where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Say what you will about Monokuma, I like how psychotic and he is and how much of a flair for theatrics he has.
Got it!
Sorry. Relax. I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. But you're obviously leaning that way. Let's get started. Alright, fine. Let's just skip the formalities. They all think I did it anyways. Because I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to comfort the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. And you don't uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I don't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I found out who the real killer is. So raise my voice to try and give myself courage. I started traveling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. Doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how the death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Other than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Obvious to our shared anxiety, oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lured us further and further into the bowels of the school. School. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total garbage.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down! Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easier for everyone to transfer their suspicion and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Sakura doesn't even fit in her area. Also, with seats, there's no chairs there for us to sit on, and we're all clearly standing. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Let's go! I'm sorry. These are my favorite parts of these games, and I'm so excited. Now, when I say I've seen these games be played. I've only seen the first and second games. There's a third that hasn't been fully played through that I've seen. Increases the influence gauged by 2, effective during the class trial. I don't really know what all this does, but Lilia's voice, increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during... Thank you, Sayaka. Wait, is that... That's all the skills I have. Well, look at it! Finished preparations! Let's go! These are exciting.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
My voice feels a lot better now, thanks to that.
Who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
I mean,
Before we move
I'm not
on
going to try and
start the
censor
trial,
what's said here.
can I ask
Sorry
a
to any
question
kids who for some reason or another decide to keep watching this. Yeah.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
He just wants to remind us of every...
Penetrates?
Why?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
It's
There were
Monokuma's.
only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it.
I mean,
for the
Monokuma's right
preamble.
behind the seat,
Get
so...
ready to get started.
Eh.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. It's about to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I know is I have to be ready to speak up about anything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, because I'm already messed up the... Whatever. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Not that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during the alchemy, you can view the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
I mean,
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
okay.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna say that a lot during these.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
I'm glad I get to get my voice a bit of rest here,
I
honestly.
think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yep.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Sayaka and the murderer.
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
Yep.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Be nicer to Chihiro. She's trying.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I mean, it kind of is. So, you need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Okay. So next, non-step debate then. Okay, well, I mean, this is the first one. It's going to be basically a tutorial, so...
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong!
It's wrong.
Sorry, I love how he says that every time. It's like Phoenix Wright. Objection!
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh?
Anyways, I'm gonna try and be quiet
Kitchen knife?
a bit more.
After the murder, we
Or at least not
discovered
yell
that
as
one of
much.
the knives from the
Sorry.
kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the
Yeah.
scene of the crime.
Yeah, it's not looking good for me. I have to...
Need.
Hold on a
I just-
second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Hey, keep in mind, your lives are literally on the line here.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Yep. She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere. I'm just waiting for us to find it. Because I know dang well I'm not the killer. It's a bit more to learn about not debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim. It can be easier to target potential weak points. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge. If the gauge empties, can't concentrate. The focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well, then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so I'm gonna need to use the concentration a bit. Awie's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yep.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
And there's the argument.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! Oh, this is super easy, actually.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
But not...
I
And
didn't
again,
take
it's the
the
first
knife
trial,
from the
so...
kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what
Yep.
you were telling me earlier?
It'll get more confusing when I have more truth bullets to figure out.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in
And
the
we already
dining hall,
went through that
correct?
scene. We don't need to hear it again.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
My name's cleared!
Sorry.
Okay, then what about this? What if
Huh?
the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot
Think,
swimmer
flap it.
girl. Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Yeah.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Yep.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case. Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Anyway,
And my
I
name is
didn't
clear.
go to the
Thank you.
dining hall,
I'll be going now.
and I
See you
didn't
later.
take the
Have
knife.
fun. Oh right, we still have to figure out who the killer is. Sorry, got excited.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate.
Excuse me,
After
sorry
all,
about that.
She just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
I don't know, it's looking pretty straight now.
Or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Yeah.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked
Which kind
her
of
to
makes me
stay
curious,
over.
what were the other people's videos about? Like, Byakuya must have obviously been his family and Mondo his biker gangs, but... Like,
Which means
I mean, who else?
we had
I mean,
airtight alibis.
I guess it could have just been all their families, too.
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Which is
So,
another problem.
I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Oh, you're gonna die.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Welcome to 2019! I'm sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
She forgot,
Well,
dude.
because-
Lay off.
They're not here anymore.
Ah. Someone who's not here? Are they talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Yep. Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yep.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to
Sorry,
the
my mic is blocking the dialogue a bit.
left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yep.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Ah, crud.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Oh, shut up, Toko!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Oh, shut up, hamster boy! Dang, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? They convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer.
It's a good thing we got Kyoko on our side.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
Uh-huh.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of
Yeah.
the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Something is
You know
missing.
what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh yeah, my hair. At first, Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, why not? I honestly don't remember this part of it. I remember that this was a thing, but I don't remember how it works. As things advance further in Clash Royale, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. Point of this is to reveal the important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around. The letters are already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters. Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 Reckon on with. Yep.
I mean, that was
Now I
easy.
understand.
So it must be the next game. Okay, I was thinking of. Oops. I don't know. Now I know what it is.
That's
So
right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes.
Yep.
And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Mic drop. Boom! Dropped it. But really, though, this thing was expensive, so I'm not gonna ever drop it.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But why
That
though?
makes sense, does it not?
There's definitely still trace she was there. She's dead in my bathroom. And I should know, I'm the one who killed her. I mean, what?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
It means I couldn't have done it. So you'll never catch me in my crime. I mean, you'll never catch whoever did this in their crime. I mean, wait, that's still bad.
It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No.
Yeah.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yep.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with
Yes,
it?
they did. They had to break my door because they thought it was locked.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some
Because they thought it
trouble
was
getting
locked.
into the
Locked.
bathroom.
That's what I meant to say.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struggled to get into the bathroom. We haven't proved it. Alright. Yeah, doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob to my bathroom, hero. Try and keep up, okay, big guy? Okay?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed?
I'm sorry, I'll try and stop making jokes. This is a very serious scene.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
It means that the killer broke my bathroom doorknob.
In trying to bypass the law,
Sorry.
they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Why would I need to break my own door?
Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
She
Hopefully
looks so
that will help
confident
you
right now.
understand.
I also love Kyoko. She's kind of cute, but more than that, she's a very strong, smart woman. I also didn't notice it at first, but is that people are... Fine, let's go through the tutorial. Just so you guys know, really, more than that, but from here on out, the number of weak points will start growing up. But no matter how many weak points, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak points you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to repeat what they said, but you'll also know your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because your influence gauge reaching 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak points are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so now we're getting more of what the Clash Trial is. I'm excited. Okay, bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
No, that's wrong. Sorry.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
Right.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Okay.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Wait. There it is. you can't lock a boy's bathroom door, and it wasn't locked because the door frame doesn't fit right.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walk-in bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Oh, this is
Why
exciting.
didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right?
I mean, it turned out to be pretty lucky.
That's not lucky at all.
It turned out to be pretty
So
lucky,
the
let's be
reason
honest.
the
It
door
saved
didn't
my
open
skin
was
here.
just because it was stuck. But
See?
the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known
Yeah.
you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Oh, and
Killer
that's
could
where
easily make
something
that
interesting
mistake,
comes into play.
Thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Convinced if door was locked, they didn't know it couldn't be locked. In other words, the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
I'm gonna turn it on to auto just to get this moving more.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Yeah!
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
She would have been the
there would
one.
have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Yep. But they wasted time because they thought
So
it
they
was
had
locked.
no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Yeah!
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is
really stupid.
Definitely something I wouldn't do.
Oh, yeah,
since
that
I
too.
would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Yep.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
And you tried to kill me. Also, I'm turning it off auto because that seems to be even slower than what I was doing. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Shut
what
up.
happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Don't be
Majority
stupid.
rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh!
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Okay.
You.
You gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
And that's a trick, isn't it?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I mean,
I
technically,
don't
yeah.
think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
And that's
Negative.
impossible.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
What do you mean the easy way?
Could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
Huh.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frank she was. That's the answer, right? There's no way someone... Is that it?
I got it!
I mean,
Because
that's...
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yep. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I must... Yeah,
Knowing what
it
she's been
it was
through,
probably my
I
last
just
chance to
can't
ever do her
believe
voice
she
again,
would've
so...
opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
What?
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just two of us. Us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Huh.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint.
Yep.
Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Or if they're an artist, you can see what picture they were drawing on the other page.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned
Yeah.
technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
That's for sure.
And I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means
well then.
only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was
Yep.
Makoto who lived there,
Or Sayaka, who had room for a single night. Yep.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Interesting. That note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Ooh.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only
Yeah.
into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Garbage!
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Are you sure about that?
What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Not really.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Alright then. Dorm nameplates. Ah. Okay, here's where I'm gonna have to complete.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to,
Uh-huh.
it specifically says, my room.
Yep.
I see.
So if,
So if someone read that note,
then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said,
Yep.
they would not have any connection to what happened.
And how's that so?
It certainly would seem that way.
Killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. The reason for that is, it has to be because, yeah.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to, it specifically says,
I see. Then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
exactly,
So I can...
the room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
So you can speed up with control. That's
The
something
nameplates
important
on
to
my and
keep in mind in
Sayaka's
case I want
rooms
to...
got switched.
They got switched?
Yep.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yep.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the
Yep.
room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Yep.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Plus it'd be
And
an
the
easy
one who switched
trick.
the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Of course not.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
The only person who could have switched name. The only person who had switched rooms. Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
I'm sorry, this is exciting.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the
It's a
nameplates
battle of wits, and that's something I find very interesting.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yep. Check the
She
nameplates.
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Yep.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
To make
She
sure.
wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Mm-hmm.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
It's a conundrum for sure.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Yep.
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
That's one theory.
We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Oh, yes.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her
Yep.
killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yep.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
But I mean, Sayaka had knives, so
That reminds me.
that makes it
There
interesting.
was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
No, that's not a bad hypothesis.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Yep.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because there's no doubt. So, I mean, this one's
I got it!
just plain writing out for
All you
you.
have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Yep.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Yep.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Good job, Taka. You deserve a cookie.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? Well, let's Sayaka assess that. We need to make... Alright. Alright, this better be the last bit. Are you getting... Yes, I'm getting used to it. Sorry, next page. Thank you for that. Thank you, I very much appreciate it. I'm one of those bullets. Okay. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak points to refute each statement. Okay. Press Q to rotate the cylinder here and choose. Okay. Or you can use. Okay. It's set to kind, pure both. Okay. Wait. Did you just say you just said it to me? You butt! Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
I don't think so.
So, she tried to fight back.
Yep.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in
Nope.
her leg.
No.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
I don't know.
And that's exactly what happened.
Person with the sword really did attack first. No explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yep.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first blow was a sword-based sneak attack.
Let me shoot through those words.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead.
Yep.
Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword
But who
was
had
used
the knife?
first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Definitely.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Yep. Except for blocking
Okay,
attacks.
So how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
And then he retaliated with the actual sword.
Was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Does that make
So
sense,
she
though?
grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that
I mean,
from
they
her
were just
too.
there
Then,
to talk.
After they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and...
Why would they need the
Sorry,
sword?
but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Because she had no gold on her hands. Her palms.
I got it!
Palms are sweaty.
You're talking about
Next
her
week,
palms,
mom
right?
spaghetti. Yep.
The palms of her hands were perfectly
Sorry,
clean.
I did.
So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
Because the
Like
gold
I
paint
said
is
before,
very shoddy.
The gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yep.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would she do that?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
You need to calm down there, lady.
That's not it at all.
Because... Oh, that's right. The water was off. Water turns off at night.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
You didn't need to share that with the class. Yeah, and you're sitting right next to her. How are you feeling right now, Hifumi?
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
Insult, obviously.
Oh,
So anyway,
Leon.
If Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But
Yes.
hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
We already established that, but yes.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
So what does that
The
mean?
one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yep.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Almost out of water. What?
Took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Yep.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Yeah.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yep.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Exactly.
Doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Unless she was counting on me to keep quiet.
I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Aw, thank you for being so nice, buddy.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Oh, crud.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
True.
A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
I'm sorry, who are you again?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy
Ooh, yep.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She
Yep.
launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Yeah.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Yep.
Just hold on. That can't be true.
Makoto, you just got accepted, buddy.
Because...
You got played.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're
Shut up,
being
Monokuma.
super boring right now. Come
How are you
on,
not
hurry up and
entertained by
decide
this?
Who did it?
This is so exciting.
It'd be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time.
You're a butt.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Kyoko's a nice person.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Are you sure about that? Also, I'm getting a bit of glare. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Yeah.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Okay.
Do we really have time for all that?
I think I missed my chance, but...
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Yep. There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. She left it on the wall she was named up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Are you sure about that?
No, it's wrong.
There is one more clue!
There still might be one clue left.
Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Yep.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Probably.
Before we get too far into that,
I forgot
need
to ask Chihiro about it.
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's one left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Yep.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yep, she did.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Exactly.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
It's definitely
Hey,
interesting.
Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't
Yep.
see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
I mean, the only numbers really used often in computer programming is binary.
because they're not
110.
numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What?
No, it's just
look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Okay.
Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
And I'm getting excited
But even
at
if
the
that
time.
really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Are you sure about that? Dang it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe.
Oh my god. Now I see.
She wrote down the killer's name!
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Well, here's the real killer's name. 180 degrees, should be crystal clear. I took the long way around by mistake. Sorry.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around,
It becomes
the letters
L-E-O-N.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately,
Leon. Busted!
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Are you sure about that?
A bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Oh yeah, that's quite a coincidence.
No, it's not random at all.
Sayaka gave you the finger, man.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In
Yep.
that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as
Yep.
a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for
Exactly.
yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yep, yep.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Are you sure about
I'm the
that?
killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer,
Then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking
I'm
about,
excited.
right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Burnt shirt piece. Present it! You're going down, Leon.
The burnt shirt piece I found
You're going
laying on
down.
the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some
I'm
of
sorry,
her blood on
this
her.
kind of thing excites me. I
And
love
to
solving
dispose of the
mysteries.
shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw
It's
it
kinda
into
fun.
the incinerator.
Yep.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And
Yep.
the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right.
That
Our
alone
role
isn't enough. Sorry.
But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you
Yep.
finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
We need to pay attention. When it was disposed of, where it was, how it was disposed of. That's it.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Because how did they get it to the
That's a good
incinerator?
point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Yep.
You need the key to get
So then
in.
how would you be
And
able to
the
do
one with
it?
The key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
That's certainly one
Interesting.
That's certainly a theory. No, it's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being. That's exactly what proves. Ooh, this is like I love these. Shattered crystal ball. Okay. Oh, it's
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
That's true.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the crash?
No, nope. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah.
Shoot!
Yeah.
The key to the trash room.
Yep.
Whoever was on cleaning duty.
So the only one who the
Person who was.
in charge of
Yep,
the
that's definitely true.
You'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to
Nope, that's wrong. Because there's evidence that something did hit the button to be able to do it. Oh, this is...
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
Don't worry, Hifumi, I got your back.
You can't get past the gate. You couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could.
You could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Yep.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But I'm completely incompetent and don't know what I'm doing.
But how would you use it?
You'd have to throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
That would certainly be an impressive throw.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Yep.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Yep. Someone turned the incinerator on? Space range! I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yep.
Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Yep.
Come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
That's for sure.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
True.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Would be something you'd expect from the ultimate baseball star.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Because... baseball star. There it is.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
No, it doesn't sound
30
stupid.
feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yep.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer.
Dude, you're caught. Sometimes you just gotta take it.
Brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay, then.
I mean, he doesn't want to die, so I kind of get it. But he doesn't have much of an argument here.
To make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon.
All the questions have been
questions
answered. And the truth has been revealed.
Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Yeah, let's hear about it. Every case has one last element to bring the class to trial to end. This is the closing argument. This phrase, you'll give a complete summary of this case. We'll have to reduce the flow of events in the form of comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at the missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you get a hit! That might lead you to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun! Closing argument. My room is the scene of crime. The internet began with the killer entered. Dodged. Backed up. Found the sword. Wait, right? Yes, notice something in the room, the sword. Yeah, that panel's not there yet, so... Yeah, so then Sayaka had to drop the knife because she broke her wrist. Then she hid it in the bathroom. Yeah. And then, after she was stabbed, she wrote the dying message. Here's... that'd be the lint roller. The object... Okay. Through the glass ball. The shirt. Okay, so that stuff's all here already. So the shirt piece, use the lint roller. Wait, no, not there. Yeah, you blocked the attack. I don't think that one's involved. Then he used the tools to unlock the door. And then that. Okay.
Here's exactly what
Reenact.
I think I better
There we
take
go.
one more look back at the case from the beginning.
So far, so good.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
Yep.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Yep. My question is, what happens if a body just isn't
attacked them with the
discovered?
knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Like, what if the killer just completely gets rid of the body and it never gets discovered? They technically get away with it.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
So technically, they could just graduate without ever having to have a
During
class
the struggle,
trial.
a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what that's supposed to be. Okay, my bad.
The killer is you! During this...
Yep, there it is.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen.
Okay, that's my bad. Sorry, everyone. Act 2.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
Because
What
it
they
was
didn't know
stuck.
was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
Yep.
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
So they took it apart.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen.
Also, can I
knife,
just say how much I love the music in this game? Like, I should have mentioned this sooner, but the music is pretty cool.
and stabbed Sayaka.
The last ounce of strength, she wrote out the dying
But with what
message.
strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Uh-huh.
And with that, all her strength was gone.
I'm gonna miss her.
Sayaka dead, the killer quickly
Like, she
began
just tried to
destroying
frame me
the
for
evidence.
murder, but...
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Yep.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
Yep.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the
bathroom.
trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
And
The
threw it
killer
in.
managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
But if I mean, he was rusty, so he could have
crystal
always
ball,
missed.
Thrown with absolute precision. hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
Piece of the shirt burned off.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
Yep.
The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
That shot is crazy.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh, that's so cool.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
I mean,
all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
We got plenty of evidence. I'm sorry, buddy, but you lose.
To acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? First bullet time battle is about to begin. Yes, because I'm not sure how this works. This is a rhythm game. I don't think my sense of rhythm's that good, so this could be interesting. Sometimes during the class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-on battle. Refer to this as bullet time battle. Yeah. During a BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with rhythm. When you press, match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Okay. Right mouse to lock on, left mouse button to destroy a statement. Okay. Use this method to deal damage. Okay. Tempo. Oh, dude. No. Please don't. You get into a tempo down. Tempo changes, so does. Okay. Oh, that's me. Deal enough damage to your opponent. Okay. Want to shoot down with a true bullet. If you throw statement fast enough, you'll come out victorious. But just like before, yeah. Here goes nothing.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they
oh,
didn't
that's
use
right.
anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
The toolkit.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid.
I'm sorry, buddy, but if that's your only argument, you have no argument. Alright, well, here we go. Moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
All right.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
All right. And that's it. You're done. Sorry, but you did commit murder.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
Possibly a screwdriver?
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
Yep.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was
Yep.
your room. They
Yep.
thought they were inside this room.
Only the boys got toolkits. So the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
So he went to his room and got his own.
Toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
He's desperate.
Leo, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, that the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
And if you say you used it for something
Yep.
else, you'll have to explain exactly when,
Where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Yep.
Stupid. Stupid.
Busted! Also, what is this shot? Oh my gosh.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yep. Sorry, buddy. But you just had to be a murderer. Hey, look at that, straight A's! Ooh.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You
Yep.
all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
Why a lever?
Oh,
Like,
just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
yeah.
Okay, then let's get excited!
I got a
Who will
van,
be
but
chosen
oh,
as
this
the
isn't gonna be good.
Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And the modicum of vote. The trials only get more intense from here, folks. You have to build relationships with these people, watch them get cut down, and then watch the people who betrayed you get murdered. Uh-oh! Looks like you got it right on the money! The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada! Ah, crap!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second! Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
And you all thought it was me! No one ever believes me when I say I'm innocent! Son of a shoe! The heck is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. That's the spirit! Shut up, Chloe!
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. If you're not gonna handle what I saw in there, if I was her, the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here! The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. Have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even things that weren't so pleasant. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
it really is sad. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me.
that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Whatever. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What? What did you say? I understand, really I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Passion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Slowly and in frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
We really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done. We need to let it go for now. Dang it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoiding the punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will now receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shoved herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? You killed your princess Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him! So what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened. To Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind! Uh-oh! Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey!
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's the people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment! Yeah, the scary thing about Monokuma is nothing he says is necessarily wrong. He has a very, very terrifying grasp on human morality and philosophy and stuff.
Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then,
No.
I prepared
Yeah,
a
okay.
very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Again, he committed murder, but this is going to be cruel. Cruel and unusual. Especially on the unusual side. One thing I do like about the punishments is it takes the people's ultimate abilities into account. I mean, it's poetic, but I wouldn't necessarily call it justice. Because again, like we established, this wouldn't happen if we weren't forced into this situation in the first place. But yeah, you're gonna see what is gonna happen. Hey, we have to sit here and watch.
1,000 low. Ooh, that is brutal. Seriously, like, if something like this were to happen in real life, it would be crazy. Getting hit by that many baseballs at top speed. I don't think you'd have much of a body left. And of course, Kyoko is the only one who seems to be unfazed. Yeah, so that happened. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world except living here forever. That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, screw you. What the heck are you doing all this evil crap to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make any sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think that what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of crap. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your butt into the ground. You really must hate me to get so angry, huh? If you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened, because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame! Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. But think, boy, isn't it so wonderful we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Chills!
Anyway, let's get to the punishment. Get to the Blackens punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. Left of stare, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial was started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you could never change. Even until the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. At least Sayaka would know for sure. We can ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care about what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Or maybe she just wanted to go get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone, or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Precipitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? You can never do that! No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Oh boy. Surviving students 12. Boy. The Spirit Bat presents! Yay! Thank you for that. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna leave this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Until next time, I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye bye!